Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Radwan. I'm a Visual Studio LM MVP and DevOps practice lead. In this video, I'm going to take you in a walkthrough for introducing release management and build automation using TFS 2017 and 15. This video created using TFS 2015 update 3, but it is the same with TFS 2017 except some little change in the UI. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step for everything, starting from creating the project, check in the code in the source control, create the build definition and the triggers build, create the release pipelines, because usually in my videos, I like to give a complete picture to give all the needed information for you. So let's see that. So let's start by creating a new team project. For that, connecting to the TFS, new team project. Let's call the project DevOps. I prefer Scrum. No need for SharePoint. I will select Team Foundation Version Control. That's fine. While this created, let's go for the IIS. Create web application. Let's create first a directory. I will call DevOps. And let's also take this the path to the directory using the environment variable. Add website with DevOps physical path, and I will put the DevOps. This is the one. Select any not used port. 5555 not used. Okay, now I got it. If I explore here, it's empty, and if I browse here, it's empty. So let's add that to the favorite. Here, where is by the way, where is the port? Because I don't have. Let's add that to the favorite bar, and call that DevOps. Okay, so we have DevOps here. Let's close that. Leave that for now. Okay, the team project created. Let's go for Solution Explorer and create a sample for a web application. ASP.NET. Okay. Choose MVC, not hosted on Azure. The application is creating now, or has during the creation. Let's build the application. Build successfully. Browse to the source just to try my web application. Deploy to DevOps. Going here and open DevOps. So now it's working. A small web application. So what I'm going to do is changing this text using development and check in my code, and then run the build automation and run release automation to deploy or that new changes. But before that, let's first commit this change to the source control. So I will add that to the source control first. TFS VC. This is a DevOps project. So now it has been added. Let's look for Team Explorer. So as we can see, DevOps has web application. Let's commit this change. Check in pending change. First, check in. Okay, so now I have that checked in. and we can see that this folder now under source control. So I just need also to add the packages to that one as well. So let's do that. I'll go here, so I include all items and click finish. So now here I have the web application and the packages. Let's check in all the changes. Add packages. So now the code and the packages on the web application or on the source control. So let's create a build for that. I will first open the web portal. Of course, I need to make sure that my build is configured successfully, and how I know that? Just going here for the build and look at the agent pool and see this is green, and I can see the capabilities here. Okay, so let's build. Going to the build, and I will create new definition. Let's say select the Visual Studio template, and this is my project. Okay, that's it. So here, copy the file. When copy, I will just copy asterisk dot asterisk dot asterisk here, so I can copy everything. This is the content, and when I publish, I will choose here file share, and in the path I will make new folder, new build drop location. I will just share this folder, give permission, maybe everyone. It doesn't care now about the permission. We can look at that later. And if I open local host, this is the local host. I can go, this is the drop location. Okay, and then okay, I will put it here. So this is the place where the build will put the drop location, artifact name drop. So this is the place, this is the configuration for the build. Let's save that, and I will name it DevOps build. Okay, let's queue the build and see how it goes. Queue the build, open the drop folder, new build the drop location, and also open the working folder. New git installer failed this code. This is because the new git, okay. It seems there is one missed NuGet package, so let's check that very quickly. Yes, this one didn't check in. Okay, so let's add this NuGet. This is the one. I need include this, finish, check in, adding the missing package. Okay, run the build again. In better scenario, I will restore the NuGet package from the internet, but my build machine doesn't has access to the internet to complete the demo. This is the main reason. Okay, it seems now working fine. The build succeed. Let's look at the drop location. Where is the drop? New build drop. Okay, this is the drop, and this is the last one, which is number 3. And here is my application. Okay. Okay, let's take that one. Okay, so my main, now I am going for release management. And then I start create new release definition. I will choose empty. Let's say DevOps release management definition. Let's say the first environment could be dev. Add another environment, which could be QA. And I could add pre-production. I can also clone the environment to pre-production. Okay, so we have 3 environment. I could add also production, whatever. Okay, so I created this environment. Let's save. Let's see the trigger here. We need this will be manual triggered, and in artifact I can link to the build definition, which is DevOps. Now it's linked to the build definition. Then I will start. Let's save and start run release. Of course, the deployment will be triggered automatically, because how this will be triggered automatically, you know. So I need to go for the environment, and in the deployment option after release creation. Okay, so save and create release. Here I will choose the build, which is the last build, the successful one, and then create release. This is the release created. As we can see, it will start now. Of course, this is an empty release. There is no steps in this release, so no problem about anything, because it just run, but it doesn't do anything. Deploy. So this will start the next stage, and I can automate, of course, these actions. Okay, so again I could do the same for here. Going for the release and make it edit and change the approvals, automatic and automatic here. And for this one, deployment condition, no, it will be after successful deployment on another environment. So when the dev completes successfully, the QA start. The same here, but this after the QA. So it will be like that. And then here I could add the steps. Let's add the steps like Windows machine file copy, add, and here I will copy from the drop. This is a drop folder, if you remember. And inside my drop, can you remember, here is a drop. No, this is not the drop. I think that one, no. Let's go for the drop folder. New drop, yes, that's it. So we have the drop folder and we have the build definition and drop, and under the drop web application 2, web application 2. This is how I copied that part. I can put it like web application 2, web application 2. So this is the source for my copy. And where I want to copy, let's put the username PSLM Brian Prime, and here is the password for that machine. Here is the destination folder. I will put a direct absolute pass. Of course, in other better scenario, I will not use that. Okay, so I put that here, ask for that. Let's save. Okay, so let's run the release. Take the build, create the release, and see how it goes. Now it's queued, it's run automatically, and when it's finished with the dev, it will go for the QA, and when it's finished with the QA, it will go for the pre-production. I can control the permission and the approval process if needed. While that, let's do some changes and to see this change on the website. So I will go for the home page, which is in views, home, index, and just change the text. Instead of ASP.NET, I will write DevOps, DevOps. Okay, let's see how it goes with this. Okay, I need to change the where it is copied from. It should be from the drop location. Let's take that and in release here instead of this, no, which is DevOps build drop. Yes, so here will be under this place build number, and under the build number drop web application. Let's double check that. Yes, under the build number there are drop and web application 2, web application 2. Yes, that's great. So it should be local host ID, local host. Okay, let's do that. Hopefully it will work. The one that's using the machine exactly succeeded. Get to, yes, it's here. Okay, let's do our change. I make this DevOps still not here because I didn't deploy check in that. If I go for DevOps, I can see that it's ASP.NET. So let's check the change with this file. Check in. Of course, I can make continuous integration, which should trigger everything. So now I did that. Let's go queue new build. Of course, I could make continuous integration, which would check the build automatically, or trigger the build automatically, and the release trigger after the build automatically. So it will be like one step. But I'd like to create it like that, so we can go through every part. This build number 5. So just go for release and run a release. Take build number 5. Now create the release. Let's hope successfully here. After it just succeeded here, now this should be changed. So let's refresh. So now we automated the deployment and the build using the TFS 2015 update 3. The same sequence with TFS 2017 with a little bit of change in the UI, but it's the same, almost the same. Thanks for watching the video. Please, if you have any question, just visit my blog muhammadradwan.com and leave your questions, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.